Hey guys, welcome back. Today we'll be going through a trade breakdown on the New Zealand dollar that ran a total of I think 10R, 10R. Yeah, but this time I didn't catch any, right? So I'm gonna show how it failed, why it failed, and yeah, basically I got stopped out of this trade and it went my direction, right? So anyways, yeah, so at times as a trader you'll have um losing streaks. I wouldn't say losing streaks. Like you have losing traits, right? You have losing traits, and it's those times where you learn why it failed and understand that makes you a better trader, right? So we're gonna go through um the reason why it failed, right? So let's get started. So here on the daily, we can see is bearish, right? The higher time frame is showing bearish, right? So if you're thinking this is bullish, means this is the weekly is bullish, right? The weekly is bullish, but so you gotta wait for the retracement to go higher, right? So this is part of the retracement down. So as of now, it is bearish. Okay, as of now, it's bearish, but on a weekly, it is bullish. Okay, I'm not gonna confuse you guys, but on the weekly, we are expecting, I am expecting some sort of movement like this. So on the weekly, it's still bullish, but there's an order block here that I'm expecting price to come down before going higher. So as of now, it is bearish. Okay, so daily is bearish. Next we go down to the H4. H4 we can see H4 is bullish. Okay, even though the daily is bearish, the H4 is doing a retracement up to continue its bear trend down. Right, makes sense. But as of now, because I was viewing this last night, so I'm just expecting a short scalp. So this is my range, right? So we ignore the previous price action here. Let's take a look. It's just this. So we're expecting it to print new highs, right? Make sense? So at this current point, when I view the market here, I'm expecting buy. So I'm expecting bullish price action, right? Okay, so now we know that it's a buy, right? A bullish market structure, expecting a buy. So we are caught in this range, okay? And then I went down to the minute 15. Minute 15, since we are caught in these two range, right? These two range here, right? I have no idea where to buy, so I just take my Fibonacci, I drew it out, and we can see that this order block is slightly below the discount level, which is the 50%, right? So it is valid for buys. Yeah, it's just that, right? So that's just a confluence. So we can see price steps in nicely, mitigate this, okay, and then right after that we can see structure break higher. So now we know that um, now we know that the H4 is bullish, so we expect it to go higher, right? And then we can also see that the M15 is also bullish now, right? So now we expect it to go even higher, right? So this is the continuation. No, this is a reversal, sorry. So now we know that price is going to reverse. We see structure break. We are caught in this range, right? In this range. So last night I was viewing the market here, right? I just want to catch a short scalp. So now we see price retest, right? So we see bearish price action, retesting the demand zone here, right? So as price retest the demand zone, I think I was on the minute one, right? Retest of the demand zone, essentially what we're waiting for is also the shift in structure. So basically what we are looking for is this. Hold on, let me just draw everything up for you guys. So basically we are looking for this to bring pricing higher, right? And then as we go lower, we are expecting, sorry, we are expecting structure breaks to go higher. Then inside of this area, we are expecting enter structure break to go higher. Alright, so now we have multiple confluences that this trade is going to be a buy, right? So now we just remove everything, Okay, and then on the 1 minute I was looking at this price action, then we saw a break of this low, a break of this high, and then price came down. Next area I was looking for is this, and then it broke. Right, it broke. So now we got two valid points of entry. Okay, hold a moment. Then I went up to minute 3. Okay, let's go to 1 minute. Right, so now price is just doing its thing, so we can see that it broke structure again, and I have my entry here. So this would be my first entry, right? This would be my first entry. Okay, then I see structure break again, right? Structure break again, and then I got this order block as well, right? This. Okay, so now we got these two zones, and then we got one zone here, we got one zone below, and both are valid, right? Both are valid, and I went ahead to take this zone because this is the nearest zone that took liquidity, right? There's liquidity resting down here. Nearest zone that took liquidity and eventually caused a break of structure, right? How do I? Okay, I don't have a breakout structure, right? Anyway, so it took liquidity, breakout structure. This one same, took liquidity, breakout structure, easy. So now these 2 points are valid, right? And then it's just basically your stop hunt, BMS, and RTO, right? So now stop hunt, BMS. Now you wait for your RTO. So I have my order here. I can show you a screenshot somewhere around here, right? So I have my order around here. I didn't really have it like this. I have my entry around, yeah, here. And then my stop loss was 1.5, I think. Yeah, it's 1.5, just slightly below here. And then I was just targeting here, right? The minute 15 high. So because I wasn't feeling too well, so I didn't really want to have too much of a swing. Anyway, this is minute 15, this is valid. So with this trade, this is a very good 8 risk to reward. Alright, so you can see since both are valid, right, both are valid as well, I can also have my entry here. Alright, I can have my entry here. So and this is also 1.5 pip, right? 1.5 pip, it cover both. So here I made a mistake. I wouldn't really say made a mistake, but it just slipped my mind that I didn't put an entry at the second one, but I put the entry on the first one. So here you can see this is why sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's also about probability wise, because this is valid, this is also valid, right? So it's up to you on how you want to manage these two risks. So but I put 0.5 here, and then I didn't really want to take here because I'm just not, it's just me, right? It's just me. I think I wasn't at my top condition yesterday, but anyway, price came in, price tapped, almost stopped me out, right? Almost stopped me out. Then what we can see is bullish price action, right? So at this point you're thinking, no, at this point I'm thinking, right, this is not the reaction that I want, right? Because if price, usually if my zone is correct, I shouldn't see it. I shouldn't get this kind of a choppy price action. But you know what? My instinct told me that this is valid. Because this is valid, there's no reason for me to close, right? So there's no reason for me to close, so I held this trade. Then what we can see is, you can see trendline liquidity, right? Trendline liquidity. I was thinking, yeah, when I was viewing this live, I was thinking, this is definitely liquidity building. This is definitely liquidity building. But I did not close it because, yeah, um, it's just it, man. I, because in a way this is valid, even though there's liquidity here. This can also be price mitigation, right? You can see that price came up, mitigate orders to go higher, mitigate, but it don't break any. This is also liquidity. On top there's liquidity here, so there's liquidity at the bottom, took liquidity, so now price took liquidity again. Okay, so now this is where I got stopped out, and then I post in the chat, right? And then here you can see that price stepped in nicely, right? Price stepped in nicely to my second order, and then it just flew. And this is the reaction that I want, right? This is the correct reaction that I want. So if I'm correct, this is the reaction I want. This is not the reaction that I want. So and then eventually price hit take profit with about 10R, right? So here you can see that it's foolish of me to make this kind of mistake, but at the end of the day is it is what it is, man. So you gotta take risk. You gotta take risk to make um to to succeed, right, in the game of forex. But anyway, let's go to Telegram. Let's see if our Telegram. All right. So now I'm back. So this is Telegram that I sent. Where was it? I don't really spam trades. Yeah, so this was yesterday, right? So I wasn't feeling well. I just want to take some trades. But yeah, anyway, we can see, yeah, this was the exact same thing that I shown in the backtest just now. So here we got one valid POI here, right? This valid POI here, and another entry here, right? So both make sense, both are valid, but I choose to take the risk here, right? So both are entry. Let's see how it plays out. And then yeah, I evaluate my setup. So then it's not really the reaction that I'm expecting, right? Price consolidated, and then we can see it reacted off the extreme, right? So this is the extreme that I drew, and then it reacted off it. So it slipped my mind that I forgot to see this, or it's just I wasn't at my best to catch this anyway. But yeah, caught this, and then I finally understand why gurus say don't trade when you're not feeling well. Anyway, yeah, so here you can see it tapped in and then it just flew. So 10R, and then let's go to current price. I think current price is just hovering somewhere. Yeah, then you can see eventually price just came down, and then now we are in the range of here. And oh, just formed new. Yeah, it's about to hit take profit here. It's about to hit the hour 4 high. So yeah, so here you can see that even though my entry is here, price still came lower to mitigate some orders here, but I wasn't here to see it. But anyway, overall my target will still be here. So now let's just see what price want to do, and eventually let's see if I can catch a move up here. But with that being said, this is the trade breakdown that I failed, right? So we're not gonna have winning trades every time, but you need to know the reason why it failed and how you can prevent it to be a successful trader. Sorry, but anyway, yeah, you can see how, yeah, you can just see how strong the reaction is, right? So this is a failed trade, and this is a trade that I did not catch, right? So anyway, I hope this video is informative. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to join my Telegram, Instagram if you guys have not. With that being said, um, I'll leave you guys be, and yeah, trade safe, guys.